Welcome to Know Your Rights, a platform to discuss our fundamental rights relating to the current legal issues or phenomena.
My name is Aika Fatiha Azhar, Staff of English Development 2022.
And I'm Shabila Himanitya Sudarpo, Staff of Law Development 2022.
In this third edition of Know Your Rights, we will be discussing the importance of digital literacy in the presidential election.
This is such an interesting topic, Aika, because there's a lot of people our age who aren't aware of the situation. And by the way, do you know that the presidential election is right around the corner?
That's so true, Sha. I remember when my friend introduced me and we talked about the election. He wasn't aware of this topic, so he chose to abstain during the voting period.
Well, I've looked at the statistics that said the abstention from 2014 to 2019 had decreased to 18.04%, which is great. So it is very unfortunate if many people like your friend would choose to abstain.
That's true. Isn't it a privilege for us Indonesians to be under the democratic system since we have the rights to vote for our country's leaders?
Yeah, as we live in a democratic country, it is very important for us to be aware of the importance to vote. And our vote matters for the governmental system.
True, I hope that the 2024 election will evaluate and encourage more people to use their voting rights as a democratic tool to enhance as well as to balance our national integrity.
Yeah, I hope so too, because, the Constitution guaranteed our voting rights based on Article 1, Paragraph 2 in the Indonesian 1945 Constitution. Sovereignty is vested in the people and exercised according to the Constitution. This implies that we as citizens have the freedom to choose our desired governments through our system of voting.
Moreover, in Article 22E, the election to choose the President, Vice President, members of DPR, members of the DPD, and members of the DPRD are held every 5 years and should be adhered to the principles of direct, general, free, secret, honest, and fair.
I know, right? I wonder how could there be plenty of citizens who took this opportunity for granted. It's sad that many people did not choose their rights. It's sad that many people did not use their rights to vote when their choice could influence the future policies that would affect their lives too.
So to continue to our discussion, beside the importance of our voting rights, people should also be aware of the mechanism and the current situation of the election itself. An urgent matter that needs attention is to gain the accurate and trustable sources of information which can be obtained through the frequent use of social media. That said, digital literacy is necessary for combating false information, helping citizens make their choices, and encouraging active participants in the democratic process.
Yes, I totally agree with you, I. False information or hoaxes are one of the reasons why people lose their interest in voting, since it influences their thoughts on the candidates and the overall system, which then leads their choice to abstain. So it is very indispensable to perform and promote correct digital literacy.
An interesting fact that I'd like to tell you is that Indonesia has the second largest audience globally on social media. Relating to its hoaxes that has been going around about the elections, the country's Minister of Communication and Information has found 425 hoaxes spreading on social media during the first quarter of the year, up from 393 findings of the same period in 2023.
Oh, wow. So that's a lot. So what should we do? Can you mention some tips to avoid hoaxes?
Hey, sure. Let me just see my... Here are 4 things you can do to minimize false information. First is to verify sources and fact-check, read through relatable news and government websites, be cautious of biased sources, as well as to verify your information. Media literacy. Develop skills to spot misinformation tactics like looking at the authors, checking the headlines, and avoiding confirmation bias in a way where you're not being biased. Like, stop forcing yourself to believe something that is untrue or true just because of favoritism. Third, seek more information. Learn about the candidates, like their vision and their missions, current election policies, and election process for a better discrimination. Third, seek more information. Learn about the candidates and their vision and mission, current election policies, and the policy process for a better discernment. Fourth is promote media literacy. try to engage in a specific programs to understand democracy elections and the media's role. You can start by sharing valid information and engaging critical discussion within your network, as many will avoid proxies. As what we do now in Know Your Rights through ALSA UGM's social media platform.
Wow, wow, wow. Those are some of the most efficient ways to avoid false information. See guys, it's actually very simple. All you have to do is educate ourselves and stay informed. As we have shared 4 tips to preventing false information, we can be wiser in exercising our democratic rights with the updated and objective information. Hence, we all are initiating a more inclusive environment even during the election, and we're able to choose our future leaders with clear heads.
If we have fed ourselves with proper information about the election, we are moving towards a more inclusive community. Thus, we are moving together towards a healthier political and economical environment.
Yeah. I believe there are many more to list, but obviously we can't mention all that here or this podcast will last till tomorrow.
Yep. So to wrap all the conversations we had, we are very blessed to be given right to vote for the people who we think are the best in leading us to be a better nation. Let's use our rights wisely by filling ourselves with right knowledge about our election system and candidates. So to wrap all the conversations that we had, we can say that we're very lucky and we're very blessed to be in a democratic country since we have the right to vote and we can pick the best people to lead us and our country. Also, don't forget what? Don't forget to use reliable sources and trustable information during the election process.
Absolutely right. I'm sure you're going to take this decision after this. I'm sure that too. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Shabila, Staff of Law Development 2022.
And I'm Aika, Staff of English Development 2022.
So, have you truly considered the power in your hands every time you step into the voting booth?